Hi, welcome to this yin yoga class for the upper body and shoulders. So we're going to be moving through a few postures. We're going to hold each posture for about 3 minutes. So if you do want to stay in them for longer, feel free to pause the video and just take your time in each posture. For this class, you are going to need a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, feel free to take one of the cushions from your sofa or one of the cushions that you sleep on in your bed. If they're not quite high enough, stack multiple cushions. The most important thing is that your cushion is the length of your torso, so you can support both the rib cage and your head. If they're uneven, then it's not going to work. So make sure that they're even all the way down and it's the length of your back. You're also going to need a brick, which could be quite handy. Maybe you won't use it, but it's nice to have there. And if you are quite tight in the shoulders, then you definitely will need the brick. So we're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana. Just to open up the hips a little bit, the entire of the front body. We'll work on a little meditation and a bit of breath work. So when you're ready, place your bolster the length of the top half of your mat. Bring your knees together, feet together, and as you exhale, open your knees out nice and wide. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can straighten your legs. However, you can also use other bricks, other cushions, pop them underneath your thighs to support your knees. And then gently come down onto your bolster and make sure that the bolster, the bottom of the bolster, starts at your bottom rib so that the entirety of the lower back is left nice and free. So you've got that wonderful arch, you're coming into a back bend, you're stretching the spine backwards, you're opening up your front body. And then just place one hand and then the other on your stomach and your heart. Come into the present moment, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale in through the nose, then exhale through the nose. Make sure that you're comfortable. And on your next inhale, as you breathe in through the nose, feel your stomach inflating as your diaphragm massages your organs. And as you exhale, feel your stomach sinking back down. Try to keep this sensation throughout your time here on the bolster. If your bolster is quite high like mine and you're in quite a deep back bend for the start of the class, just make sure that you've got length in the back of your neck. So gently pull your chin down towards your chest so that you come to rest on that space between the back and the base of your skull. If you find that this is uncomfortable for the lower back, then you can lie flat on the floor. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, allow your hands to fall off your body. Open your arms up into a cross. And feel that wonderful stretch as your shoulders open and pull down to the earth and your sternum moves up towards the ceiling. Palms of your hands facing the sky. The weight of your arms is what's helping your body to open. And again, keep breathing with your diaphragm. Nice long inhales in and nice long exhales out. Try to keep the eyes closed. Listen to your body. Check in with your hips, your shoulders, your neck. I'm just going to be here for a few more breaths. As you inhale, bring your knees back to center. Straighten one leg and then the other. Feel the change in your hips and your lower back. And then slowly bring your hands in by your sides. And one vertebra at a time, starting with the head, begin to roll yourself up off your bolster or your cushion. Come up into a seated position, bend your knees and hug your knees. Drop the head, maybe rock from side to side. Closing up the front body, moving in the opposite direction. And remember, for every counter posture, you can do whatever you feel is right, whatever you feel is necessary. Take your time, there's no rush. Yin is about being present, about taking that time for yourself, as well as a good stretch. So our next posture, we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Again, we're going to use the bolster. This is going to be very intense if you're tight in the shoulders. So it's really important that you find the height that works for you. So we're going to turn the bolster perpendicular to our mat. So it's at the end of our mat. We're going to take the brick. We'll start off with the brick. Place it flat on the floor on the lowest height to start with, in the middle of our bolster. Then we're going to come into table so that the hands are on either side of the brick, knees are hips distance apart, and make sure your hips are directly over your knees. And then as you exhale, you're going to place your wrists. It's really important that you support your wrists here on top of your bolster, and then gently bring your forehead down to your brick to get that wonderful stretch all the way through the armpit into the shoulder. Allow your tailbone to lift up to the sky so the bum is sticking up, and make sure that you're not leaning back. This is child's pose. We want the hips over the knees. If you feel that this is too intense for you, you can turn your brick to a higher setting to take a little bit more of the pressure off your shoulders. If you feel that it's not intense enough for you, you can place the brick to one side, and then you can come all the way down to the mat. If just having the bolster is too much and you can't get comfortable with the brick, then roll your cushion, your bolster to one side, and just come down to the floor in puppy dog pose. So this is a supported puppy dog pose. So find the one that works for you. Never hesitate to play with your yin postures. It's really, really important that you find out how you can benefit the most from each posture, how each posture should be adapted to your body. And then when you're ready, settle down into your posture, your asana. And we're going to be here for 3 minutes. It's intense, it's hard, but just breathe through it. Allow your belly to relax. Feel that tailbone lifting with every exhale. Feel your chest slowly sinking down. Maybe you can even get your sternum onto the mat. And remember, as your shoulders begin to open, you can always stack your cushions higher, till eventually your hands will be above your head. It is possible. But just to start off, make sure you're doing it nice and gently. Remember, your body needs time to lengthen the tissues in it. Your body needs time to gain flexibility. It doesn't happen overnight. Keep breathing nice and slowly. Coming into our last few breaths. But stay strong. We still got to stretch out the shoulders just a little bit more. And then on your next inhale, gently lift your head up a little bit. As you exhale, slide the left hand off the mat. And then bring the left hand towards the right and thread your left arm underneath your right arm. And this can be very, very intense. And then bring the head either back down to the floor or to your brick. And now we're stretching all the way underneath the shoulder blade. This can be a great stretch for releasing stress and tension. We carry so much stress in our shoulders. And very much like the hips, the shoulder stretches can also give rise to a lot of emotions as our body releases things that we've stored. So keep breathing and allow the stretch to happen. Maybe you'll feel a lovely release at the end of it. Make sure you're resting your head on the left side. You can close your eyes if you feel it's right for you. Coming into our last minute. And then it's only a few long breaths. Hold it there. Stay strong. If you start to feel tingling in your hands and your arms, that is an indication that you're pinching a nerve. It means that you should come out of this posture. Last breath. And then as you inhale, bring your left hand back to center, place it back on your bolster. And then as you exhale, bring the right hand down, slide it through under the left. Bring your right shoulder down to the mat, the right side of your head down to the mat. And we're coming into a twist and a shoulder stretch for the left shoulder. Again, relax your body as you inhale. Breathe into that stretch, and as you exhale, feel yourself relaxing, your belly pushing down to the earth. The left shoulder opening. Maybe it's easier, maybe it's harder. Try to keep both sides even and make sure you stay the same length of time on this side as you did on the other. And then as you inhale, bring that right hand back to the center. Exhale, drop the left hand down. And then bring your bum to your heels. Open your knees wider if you need to, toes together. Bend the elbows. Forehead down to the floor. Place your arms behind you or in between your legs. Release the shoulders. Child's pose. As you inhale, bring your hands up. Place them underneath your shoulders and slowly roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time. Drop your hips to one side. Bring your legs out in front of you. Push the bolster away from you. We're not going to need it for the rest of the class. And as you exhale, gently roll yourself down onto your back. Head on the floor, straighten the legs out. And we're going to come into Banana Asana, but we're going to do it with our arms straight today so that we get a stretch that runs all the way down the inside or the outside of our arm, into the shoulder and down the side of our body. So we're going to stretch the whole body, but also the shoulders again. So as you inhale, bring your arms behind your head. We're going to bend to the right first. So take your right hand and grab your left wrist with your right hand. As you exhale, keeping your bum, your hips in the center of your mat, start to walk your shoulders to the right until you feel a subtle stretch in the left side of your body. It doesn't have to be strong. Banana Asana is not an intense pose, or it doesn't have to be. And then when you're comfortable, bring your right foot right, follow it with your left. And then if you want to, you can cross your ankles to help hold your legs in place. And feel that lovely stretch all the way down the side of your body. It might be more intense in your hip because we have been stretching the shoulders, so they might be a little more open than usual. However, just give yourself the time to really explore what is happening in your body, and then you might feel that stretch reaching up into the arm to the shoulder. Relax your head. Make sure the back of your neck is long. Relax your shoulders. If you start to feel tingling in your hands and your arms, bring them back down below your heart and place them on your stomach. And then as you exhale, uncross your ankles. Bring one foot and then the other back to the center of your mat. And then walk your shoulders back onto the mat. Change your wrists, your hands. So left hand grabs the right wrist. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, walk your shoulders to the left until you feel that subtle stretch. And then move your left foot left, follow it with the right foot. Then cross your ankles if you want to help hold your legs in place. And again, that wonderful stretch, reaching all the way down the right side of your body. Notice the differences between the two sides. Make sure that your shoulders, your hips, your ankles, everything is relaxed. We're not pulling, we're not forcing our bodies. It's the friction of the earth, of our mat, of our skin that holds us in place. Again, we're going to be here for 3 minutes. Take it easy. Check in with the hands, the shoulders. Any signs of tingling, pins and needles, means you're pinching a nerve and your body needs to come out of the posture. And then on your next exhale, uncross your ankles, walk your feet back to center, and then follow with your shoulders. Release your hands, bring your arms down below your heart. That feels really nice. And then if you'd like to, you can bend one knee, then the other. Hug them into your chest, rock yourself from side to side into a little ball. And then with an exhale, again, straighten your legs. Allow your toes to flop to either side. Arms down by your side, palms facing the sky, chest nice and open. If it's cold, cover yourself with a blanket, put some socks on. Just make sure you move nice and slowly, keeping this state of relaxation, of calmness, tranquility. Put an extra jumper on, maybe a beanie. The yin helps to lower the body temperature, lower the heart rate. So even if it's the middle of summer, it's normal to feel a little chilly at the end of a session. Scan your body from head to toe, make sure you're not tensing any muscles. And then gently pull your chin down to your chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And rest here in Savasana. On your next inhale, gently start to wheel your fingers, your toes. Maybe stretch yourself out one last time, maybe have a yawn. And as you exhale, bend the knees, roll your body onto one side, and rest your head on your lower hand. Stay here for a moment. Give yourself time to wake up for the second time today. And then on an inhale, keeping the eyes closed, gently lift yourself up. Come back into your comfortable seated position. Remember, this can be however you feel is right. You don't have to cross your legs. It changes from day to day. And again, place your hands where they feel comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to your heart center and then to your forehead. Bow down to the earth in front of you, thanking it for all that it gives us, and thanking yourself for taking the time out of your day to look after your body and your shoulders. Inhale to sit back up. Gently blink the eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this class with me, and I hope you feel lovely and open in the shoulders. Remember, the shoulders, we don't always stretch them that much, especially women, we tend to ignore this area. So really, really don't be hard on yourself if you're struggling in these postures. Opening the shoulders takes a lot of time, but once you've got them open, it's fabulous. It means you can do lots of cool postures, lots of back bends, and it just allows you to feel much lighter, much stronger, much more confident. So I hope you enjoyed this class, and I will see you again soon. Bye.